up and get right with it. Yeah. She gon' fall like Mike Bibby. Pull up on some hot shit.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Justmere back with another video today. So today we got a reaction video. Today we will be reacting to the Steve Wilkos show. So that's another show. It's almost similar to the show I reacted to, Mari. It's similar to that. So yeah, you're just gonna see what the show is about and how we already do on this channel by now. Straight into the video. No time wasted. Let's go.
Deshaun was your cousin. What was your relationship like?
We was tight, man. Like, he would spend weekends with me or come throughout the week.
And when this happened, he was living with you.
Yeah. And we done stayed together like 3 or 4 different times. And that's how I am with my family. It's open door all the time with my family.
So you're very close with them, and no bad blood, no beefs.
None whatsoever.
Right.
None whatsoever.
It's gotta be.
I was screaming like I ain't never heard myself scream the way I was screaming when I see my cousin on the floor. Right. Like, seriously.
When the ambulance gets there, what happens? Because you call 911, you call your mother,
they
right?
Came, the police came, they questioned me or whatever. I sat at the kitchen table. I still wasn't really talking to nobody. I gave them whatever answers they wanted. And
nobody wants to see their loved one laying.
Absolutely not. But people were coming in anyway. Like, a few family members came in anyway. That contaminated the crime scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was supposed to hit.
But I just want to reiterate. You're saying it's not a crime scene. This is either an accident.
No, at first that's what I thought, because he's had a couple seizures.
Oh, so you're thinking that maybe somebody did something bad to him?
After a while, after it was analyzed a little different, yeah. Okay. I do believe that.
Because the coroner believes that he did not have a seizure.
Absolutely, I heard that.
And that he did suffer blunt trauma. Now, the blunt trauma could be from hitting his head against something, falling.
He was next to the table, but it could. But I mean, it could be that because it was some other.
Do you know why anybody would want to hit him in the head with the blunt object?
It was like a little quarrel going on between him and another friend of ours, and we was cool. And I didn't know how really deep it was. Neither did my cousin.
And obviously, when his brother and sister and mother did there, they must have been hysterical.
Yeah, they were. Everybody, man. It was like the whole family was there down there, but. Like I said, my mind went blank, man. I ain't know what to think, man. Like, I really didn't. He was my heart, man, for real. Like, a couple days before it happened, like, we had a heart-to-heart, like, because he knew I was going through some issues, like I said, I didn't want to get into. And, like, man, we was tight, man. And, you know, we hold our heads together and pray.
The family has a memorial for him. Did you go to it?
No, I did not. No.
Why not?
I didn't attend that because my aunt, we had a conversation after everything happened. We had a conversation and she was upset, and I can understand because we just lost a loved one. But she had mentioned that she would recommend that me not come around. And I can respect that because look how the whole thing looked. So I can respect that. Plus I needed to clear my head. So I ended up moving on the west side of town with another relative and staying there for a while and just trying to get my head together.
You have a lot of questions. And you believe that you don't know exactly how your son died?
I don't.
Okay.
Well, I do.
Tell me.
The final report was blunt force trauma to the head.
It's the cousin?
And neck. And I saw my son.
Oh, this is
from the face up. That's not what I saw. Somebody beat the crap out of him. I know what that looks like.
So, you believe someone did this to your son?
Somebody did something.
But that's a baby mother.
The fact that he had on what he had on let me know that he was ready for bed. You know, he was content where he was, and then all of a sudden, and then the day before, he kept telling me, like, I need to see you, come down. I said, I'll be down there tomorrow, Shine.
And when he was asking you to see you, did it sound like normal or kind of desperation?
It was kind of desperation, but he had told me something prior that week about being at Chuck's house. And then the next week, you know, he's dead. Your neighbor told the family that they heard a woman running outside, screaming. What did you do? What happened? Screaming.
When I went to the house and I found Shine, I asked the neighbors, and they told me they did hear screaming. But I said that could have been me when I found Shine on the floor. Other than that, I don't know.
They heard a woman's voice. So now that got me to thinking, was it somebody in the house?
It had to have been somebody in the house if that's you know what I'm saying, the situation that took place with Sean.
Who would have been in your house?
I have no idea. If anybody was in the house, it was somebody he knew or let in, because ain't nobody had access to the house until.
Oh, so this happened in his house.
Your son Brandon and
I
your
hope he
daughter
didn't do it.
Akiri is here. Let's bring them out.
I hope he didn't do it.
Chuck, what I
I know
want
what
to know
happened.
is if you beat your dogs with the stick, right? Why didn't the dogs have no blood on them?
They was covered in blood. When I came in the apartment, they was covered in blood. There was blood everywhere, Kyrie.
I just don't understand the whole room. Like, even if that was the case, why is there blood all over the walls?
That's the same question
Four
I'm
walls.
trying to figure out.
Sean's
The
shoes
same
had
thing.
blood on them.
And I even seen blood. I even seen handprints on the door, and I was thinking maybe he thought that I was there, trying to get into the door with whatever happened. And man, like I wouldn't. This is crazy, man.
Get
Like,
me
I know what time you got there.
I got there at like 5-something in the morning, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Like a few minutes, and I called Auntie right away. I called her like a few minutes later.
Why wasn't your first instinct to call the police?
Cause I don't know. I ain't know what to think. Was seeing Sean on the phone. I
That's he
didn't know
did
what to
mess up
think.
right there.
I-
Should have called
you kill
the police.
Deshaun?
The minute you saw
He
it,
answered no.
Anybody
Do
did.
you know for sure who killed Deshaun? He answered no, and the results inconclusive due to illegal drug use.
But you knew not to take drugs, though. You knew not to take drugs before you got here.
Okay, we
They
gave.
told all of us
That
that,
was
man.
like 4 or 5 days.
It don't
before.
matter.
This is
You
second
knew what you
time,
was coming
though.
up here to do,
But
bruh.
you don't want the finger
What
point.
you
I
saying?
was told I was cool
This
after
is
the
first
few
off,
days.
Steve.
man.
We was supposed to take a test yesterday. The same results was yesterday, and it's today. Are you serious?
I haven't did.
So
But
he-
you don't want people to exclude you, though.
Oh, no, he did it.
But you
He
want me
did
how
it.
we gonna
we can
exclude
do it
you? We
again.
still don't got no answers.
Can we do it again?
Look, basically he did it because they told him before he got on the show, you're not supposed to take no type of drugs. And then the day before the results came in, he did drugs. I mean, the day before the test, he did drugs, whatever drug he was doing. So he guilty. He has to be guilty. Cause ain't no way you, if you like, come on, bro.
Okay, so we tested you yesterday. We got the inconclusive because of drug test, and then we tested him today again. He's not tested. We gave you the drug test that we give everybody when we give them, and you had marijuana and cocaine in your system.
Oh my God!
I know marijuana. I'm not an expert like Dan, but I know marijuana definitely. It's the cocaine.
But Steve, we've been here for 3 days.
So
was doing cocaine?
I don't know. Don't believe that you did drugs as a countermeasure. Maybe it's more of a lifestyle
I'm
thing.
willing to do this again if I got to.
But here's
He
the
on a
problem.
whole different level.
This is a very emotional for everybody. You take time out of your lives
Stay
now
off the drugs,
to come
bro.
here to get an answer. And like I say all the time, when we do these stories, we tell everybody, don't do drugs, don't do drugs, so we can get a read on these
Don't
tests.
do drugs, period, bro.
And you still did it.
Man, I haven't did anything since like Saturday.
Cap.
So it should be clear, right, Steve?
I don't know how long marijuana stays in your system a long
You
time.
shouldn't have
right?
did it at
Marijuana
all.
does, but we talking
coming
about
here for a
cocaine.
reason. We coming here for a reason. That's my child. I'm tired. That's my child. He took from me. Now I ain't got time to keep going through this. How we gonna exclude you if you don't want to exclude yourself?
A whole year. We celebrated the memorial, January 18th.
And
a
then
whole
nobody
year.
from your side of the family
This is
come
my
to his
first
thing.
time seeing him since my brother died, bruh.
This pain is unreal. He supposed to bury me.
I feel the same
Dude,
way.
like, he
I'd
don't
rather
even-
get
No,
my
you don't
drugs
feel the
done.
same way. It said right there. Who am I supposed to blame?
No, we don't even know.
God need him more than I do.
And that's cool. I don't know.
It gotta be him.
I guess me, like I've been getting blamed.
Just give me a minute.
You okay with that, though? You
No,
okay
I'm
with
not
being
okay
blamed,
with
Chuck?
that, man.
You
I'm not
okay with
okay.
being
I'm
blamed,
not
Chuck?
okay
Because you
with
would have
that,
did
man.
better.
I'm not okay
You
with
too
that.
grown for that, man.
Let me tell you something. As of right now, I blame you. I ain't got no other person to blame. I blame you. Because if you couldn't do right for this,
At least for this, after all this time.
I blame you.
Obviously, the intent of doing this story today was to get a family that's grieving for their son and their brother, and to give you an answer, not a definitive answer, because even if he passes, you wouldn't exactly
If he passes,
know.
I probably would have just gave you a hug.
That's
but
what
the
I'm saying.
inconclusiveness and whatever,
But it would give
make
you-
me feel like you don't care.
But it
It's
would
not
give you a
even that.
small
He-
slice of
he
saying,
knew
Just-
that it was
okay,
gonna
he didn't
come
do
back
that.
that he
Okay.
did
Right.
it, so
I
he
would love to do it again.
but if you,
Cap.
did anything.
but you got to stay off drugs for like 2
It
weeks.
didn't show.
Okay? So I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to waste my show's money on a guy that's going to get high and snort coke or do whatever, and then just bring
My
it back
man's
and then you
off the
fail. You know, you
powder.
we can't test you. And it puts you through this all over again. The emotions of losing your son and your brother, it puts them all through it again. And that's what I feel terrible about. We wanted to give them an answer. We can't because of your actions. If you really want to help her
But then
and
again,
your cousins,
he right, too.
you stay off drugs, you come back, you get tested.
It might have been
and this
because
isn't
he
a year
actually
from
got
now.
a real problem,
This is the
not
clock
because
is
he-
ticking now.
Immediately.
And
Because he
you
didn't
need
wanna
to
do
stay
it
off
for the show.
drugs, come back and get tested. You're not going to call me up 6 months and go, oh yeah, I've been off drugs. 2 weeks, starting today, we bring you back, we test you, and we give you an answer. Is that a deal? All right, so hopefully in 2 weeks, we can give you an answer for your family. The show's over, stay off drugs, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
And that was a crazy video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. When you subscribe, hit the notification bell down below so you become part of Noti Gang, so you know when I post every single video. I try to post daily, every single day. And yeah, again, thank you guys for stopping by, watching the video. I'm out, bro.
Okay, bye.